Ankit, welcome to the second edition of this Deloitte Entrepreneur Summit. So first, I would like to ask you, how did you like the format and did it meet your objectives with which you would have come today?
No, thanks for inviting us, Puneet. Definitely interesting format. First time around, Deloitte Summit, but I believe this is the second one, so haven't missed on too many. Definitely of interest. Good thing that we got to know about most of the companies that we're showcasing today, and a lot of them fit in our mandate. We are a classic consumer fund looking to back simple and scalable traditional businesses in India. And hence, out of the initial set of companies that you'd kind of shared, we pretty much shortlisted about 8 to 10 of those. And broadly done with most of them. In fact, it was kind of the team to kind of squeeze in another few last moment requests. But pleasantly surprised actually, some of these companies, and how the entire landscape is changing. Most of them are kind of concentrating on profitability, good quality founders. Just the kind of ticket size also happen to be in our sweet spot. So definitely interesting, and the good point is that we look forward to engaging with most of these actually, barring 2 or 3, also which are slightly outside of mandate, but the ones that fit in our mandate, looking to engage meaningfully with most of these, over the next few days.
Okay. So how were your discussions with these investors? Have you observed any changes in what the company's expectations were, say 2 years earlier versus now? And has it changed from their perspective and from an investor perspective, from OAKS perspective? What were your sort of, how did you used to see these type of startups and growth capital companies few years back, few months back versus what is today and what is expected in future? Any view on that?
So, that's fairly, a simpler one for us actually. So we don't do too many deals in a year. We do look to do 2 to 3 deals in a year, and we lay a lot of emphasis on the quality of the founder. Besides, the spreadsheet and the potential of the business. So most of the companies, of course, are pretty much pragmatic. Interaction with the founders. As somebody from your team initially mentioned during the day, I found nobody was stuck on the valuation. Everybody wanted to partner with a nice kind of strategic fund, and it's the same two-way street, right? It's the same thing that we would like to do: partner with quality businesses, quality founders. And the business per se, fundamentally, most of the businesses that I actually interacted with are operating in large, monstrous markets. Okay. Nothing too niche, nothing too disruptive. So, pretty much playing in the sweet spot, and, the Indian consumption story is exploding and, only going to kind of increase multifolds from here. So hence, I think, for us, let's say we are sitting on a fair bit of dry powder, and that's what I understand, speaking to peers in the industry. So I think, classic, good business get funded in, all times is what we believe. And irrespective of stage and, timeline in their journeys. Yeah. So that's the broad thesis. Actually very encouraging interactions that we've had today.
Okay. Nice to hear that. Lastly, any suggestions for Deloitte Private, because we plan to do these events in future as well, invite our clients including you. Any feedback?
So broadly, the only one that I thought was that, at OAKS particularly, we were not interacting with Deloitte very often, while we reach out to, all the classic, third-party service providers like yourselves for diligences and, advisory. Yeah. I found you're not, maybe we were also kind of not too much into the picture. Basically, we were sort of a media shy kind of a firm until last few transactions. But now that interestingly we've kind of touched base, interacted with your team, with the diligence team. In fact, we just kind of have a transaction ongoing with one of your diligence team. So, suggestions, not too many, but yes, keep doing these events. And so that, because it was really a productive day, right? Because I end up meeting 10 quality businesses, and, as taking cue from Romal earlier in the day, when he mentioned that, Deloitte makes the process a little easy. I mean, I come from a Big Four background, that. So I definitely value that, appreciate that, and also made a lot of more connections. So definitely helps, right?
Thank you. This was exactly our objective, and we hope to continue this. Thank you very much, Ankit.
Very nice.